Hey guys, the Coastal Critiques panel is back with another recap and review for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is still season 4, but it is episode 8 entitled Mom's Missions in Matrimony. Let's get into it. And we are here. Hello.
We're here. Hey y'all. Hey. How is everyone doing? How are you, Bar?
I'm good. I feel good. Halloween is now behind us, but we're on to the next holiday, which is Turkey Day, which I'm so excited for. I'm feeling good. How about you?
Yes. My birthday month is behind us.
It's still Libra season, though.
No, it's not. It's Scorpio season.
Oh, yes, it is. It is Scorpio season. Y'all didn't hear that. It was
Scorpio season, hunty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Scorpio season. The 3 days after my birthday, after the 23rd, October 23rd, starts Scorpio season. So
yeah,
that's how that go. So yeah, I am excited about Thanksgiving and the holidays. Here we go to countdown on Christmas. 54 days or so or something like that. I'm like, gosh, dog. And then she will be 2024.
I'm excited for that.
I'm always good here. Yeah, I like this part of the year too. I really do. I like the fall time into the winter time. I don't like the time change crap though. I don't like that. Whatever, Auntie Bernice. I see you, girl. I see you. You starting early, ain't you? You start early, Auntie. It's okay. I'm going to get with you in a little bit. You see what we did this morning, though, since you want to bring it up. We did fire our coach. Yes, we did. We head coach and assistant. Out of here. Okay. Getting back to the matter and subject at hand. Barb is, she don't talk football. But we're talking about my Raiders. We fired our head coach today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Yeah. It's bad.
It's like mid-season.
And the Super Bowl is in our house. Yeah, we should have been contenders. We should have been wanting to be in the Super Bowl with them. Yeah, but that's okay. Water under the bridge. Back to Salt Lake City. Hey y'all like my background? I was trying to give y'all some little Salt Lake, these are the California hills though. These are the California mountains. But I was trying to give y'all some, trying to get that ski that winter. Y'all see me with my big turtleneck on, even though I ain't got no sleeves. I still keep it Cali. Big turtleneck on with no sleeves.
I love it. I wish I was on a ski lodge or something right now. Hello, Janet. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us and you spreading the love equally amongst the channels as usual. We love it. Auntie Bernice, hello. How are you today? Our girl Mace is in the building. Mace with the mess. We love mess. We love
Mace mess.
We love mess. We love Mace. We love whatever mess Mace is going to bring. We love it all. We love it all over here. Cleopatra, hello. How are you doing today on this fine Wednesday? Yeah, that's
baby.
Feisty, First Lady, Too Feisty is in the building as well. How are you today?
Hey.
Spreading the love. Yes. How'd you guys feel about this episode? Did you watch the episode? How did you feel? How did you feel about the episode?
It was very insightful. I learned a lot of things. It was triggering in some cases as well. It was a lot. To me, it's a lot to unpack. It was a lot going on in the episodes. Like each segment brought something that we can discuss, and it's a bigger picture in it. To me, for me, I feel like when I took my notes, I was like, oh, we can discuss this. It's like, oh, and then there's that, and then the mom. It's really Monica and her mom is the one. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. We're gonna dive. I think we're gonna do a little deep dive. I think there's a lot to unpack in this one. What you think?
Yeah, we called that. We called that the first time we saw them, pretty much, that there was a lot deeper underneath it all with them. For me, I didn't really get to mull over things too much because usually, we like to watch an episode 1 or 2 times at least. I only had to watch it once though. So I didn't really get to think about everything so much. So it's going to be pretty interesting today when we talk about it. But I could totally understand what you're saying about feeling a little triggered, a little uneasy, seeing them. Like, I feel like that was really how it goes down, even when the cameras are not rolling. And like, that's something that we kind of debate a lot as it pertains to reality shows these days. Like, you never really completely know what's real and what's not. We don't know if they're putting on for the cameras or not a lot of times, but I think that they're not putting on at all. Like, that's really the status of their relationship, and it sucks to see, but that's just their reality. It was a good episode, I will say.
And I agree with what Auntie Bernice said. I feel like this gonna hit home for a lot of ladies, a lot of men included. I mean, it's just mother and child dynamic. I'll put it that way. To grandmother to child, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're definitely gonna get into it. Me and Barb was mad last week. Let me tell y'all. But we before we get into it,
I should show you guys my text messages.
Barb was hot.
It was so mad. I was so mad. I really wanted to talk about it last week, and they played us, y'all. We didn't even address that we weren't here last week because for some reason the show didn't come on last week, which is weird because usually shows don't come on holidays or whatever, right? So you would think that it wouldn't have came on last night, but it did.
On Halloween. We're gonna do it on Halloween. Yeah, okay.
The rating.
We're not gonna take off on Halloween. We're gonna take off the week before Halloween so that on Halloween y'all can come watch us.
Because that makes sense. But whatever.
So yeah, y'all, we were eager. We were ready to go last week, but there was no episode to be had. So here we are, episode 8, season 4. We're still in, and like she said earlier, like Barb said, moms, missions, and matrimony. Okay, and in that order, basically, it was a lot. So yeah.
But yeah, I was really thrown off about that. But this episode kind of made up for it. So
before you start, the one thing I want to say is that I didn't care for, and this is the first note I put. Why do we get Meredith in the bed looking spaced out in the ending of the episode going into the next episode, and none of that happened? Like, I was like, why do we do that? Why do y'all show us this?
I don't know if I caught that.
So at the end of the last one, they showed the preview. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they show you the preview, they show Meredith laying down with her eyes booked open, looking all spaced out, right? So I'm waiting for that to come up in the episode, and it didn't come up. And I'm like, don't do us like that. I don't like that. That's how they started off with that preview. So I put that in there. But go ahead. You can start. I just have to say that part. I was just like, why y'all do that?
No, thank you for highlighting that. Like I said, I only watched it once, so I missed all these. You the more you watch it, y'all, the more you get little extra details. Like so I don't even know. My notes might not be as detailed as they normally would have, so bear with me. I'm sure my sister's going to get me together if I, omit some things. But yeah, we started off boom right out the gate. Whitney tells us, as well as Justin, that she just got off the phone with Mary. Yeah, Mary, little girl. That Mary Cosby. She.
Why you sound just like her when you said it? Then you sound just like her, little girl. Like your voice, you drop it down right to her.
I don't know. I just, I guess maybe we have one thing in common. got other stuff in common with Mary, but like maybe we just have that one thing in common. I'll take
That you
that.
get that real serious, like put that bass in your voice, and girl, let me gather you real quick, and you can tell in my tone, I ain't playing with you. That's the tone you take.
And y'all, please make sure you're doing all the things that First Lady Too Feisty is putting in the chat too. By the way,
Like it on everything.
Thank you so much.
On both channels, babes.
Both channels. Auntie Brittany said Meredith was having an out-of-body experience since she came so close to dying.
Auntie Bernice, when I tell you, wait to get to that part, because I got my notes right there get so cackly. I'm gonna be cackling on this part.
Oh my god. Wait, I gotta get my pictures ready. Okay, we're good. Whitney says, I would just really love the opportunity to chat. That's what she said to Mary. And surprisingly enough, Mary was down for it. So right then and there, I think we were already like, okay, where is this gonna go? Like, you never know what Mary you're gonna get. So just her agreeing to sit down, we can only imagine like what it's gonna give. So there was that. And Mary, she agreed to go, but she said something along the lines of, if I do recall, if I don't feel it, I'm not going to show up. So
I hate her jitteriness of like I don't like that. I don't like when she talk like that. I don't like it reminds me of somebody that is not gathered. She's unhinged. She's waiting for that one moment to just go. You know what I mean? Like that. Like I don't like that about Mary. And when she said that, I would have been like, okay, Mary. And I would have never called her. And I would have left her right there with the, yeah, if you're not feeling it, well, girl, don't feel it. Let's not.
Right, click. Like that would have been me too. But Whitney lets us know that the whole situation, there was no resolution to it. It keeps coming up in her meditation, her therapy sessions. This situation just keeps just popping up in her life. So she needs to find some resolution for it. She needs to address it. She needs to bring some closure to the situation between her and Mary. So I guess that's where she was coming from with needing to address her with this whole thing. Because, we all know Whitney's always on this personal development type journey, if you will, I guess. So I wasn't really surprised.
Right.
In addition to this, she tells us, as well as Justin, how Heather invited her on a cross-country skiing adventure, and Meredith is going to be there. We know that they kind of left off at a not a point of contention so much, but we know that Whitney isn't too happy with Meredith right now because she feels like she's repeating the whole cycle of Meredith, woe is me, even though me has nothing to do with the situation currently. She thinks that she's doing that whole thing. So it's going to be pretty interesting when they all meet up for this cross-country skiing thing or whatever. And before we close with them, we find out that Bobby, who is Whitney's daughter, she's turning 13. She's got this whole birthday planned for her and all that. However, the day that they're planning to do, or the day that Whitney was planning to do this, is going to be on her birthday, which is actually the day that Justin's going to be out of town for a work engagement, a work conference. So Whitney's like, well, I'm gonna need your help. Like I said 2 episodes ago or whatever. Like we gotta figure this out. We gotta figure out why it's not why, how to parent simultaneously. We need to figure it out. And Justin, okay, well, I can't, miss this. And she's like, okay, well, I can move it up to the weekend before. I believe that's just what she said. But then that puts me in a bind because I also have my Prism event. So then I'm going to be planning 2 big things and I'm going to need your help. Like, and he says, I'll help where I can. He also hasn't made their therapy appointment yet. Apparently that was he was supposed to be the one coordinating that. He hasn't done that, but he pulls out his phone and he lets us know that he's right on top of it right now. So clearly we see that they're still kind of going through the motions of him being back at work full time, her having all of her things going on, and them still trying to parent these children. They haven't figured that out yet. How did you feel about this scene?
Well, like you said, they still haven't got it together. They're both, at least they're acknowledging it at the time that it's happening. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're acknowledging it at the time, which I appreciate that. Like, they always tell you when you're in management coaching a moment, I feel like, you know, when there's a problem and it seems like a little problem to one of them, but a larger problem to the second person, you might as well let's get it out in the open. Let's just talk about it, you know, real quick. So for me, I was okay with that. I just want to go back to Whitney and Mary when we were talking about them. I want Whitney. I understand she needs to get her therapy. I mean, that, you know, she was trying to, you know, help out with Mary in her moment, and I need this therapy for myself so I can heal. And I get that. I hear her saying that. But at the same time, you know who Mary is. She done showed you time and time and time and time. She showed you on different people. She showed you on you. So, like, I didn't trying to figure out, girl, a mess. And so, yeah, it just like, she's so weird. Like, Mary's just weird. And I just feel like Whitney, in that moment, I was just like, Whitney, you like kind of glutton for the little girl. You want to hear her say it over and over again. I really feel like, because you know how Mary is. Like, Whitney, I need Whitney to grab a clue, boo. And then as far as Justin and her, you know, like I said, they just need to communicate. At least we are seeing him trying to. He did need to make the appointment. It's funny how we started right then and there, because remember, last time we spoke, he was on his phone doing everything but what he should have been doing. So I guess he took it in that moment, like, okay, let me make the appointment right now. Not now, but right now, you know? So I was like, okay, that's funny. The fact that they did not figure out what they was doing for their daughter's 13th birthday, which is a big birthday for kids. 13 is a big birthday, right? So for them to not be on the same page, I don't know how many weeks it is out from that birthday time, but I was like, wait, what? Y'all don't what? How do y'all not know what day it is? What day he has this? You know, the day he found out he had that at his job, and you know that's an important day, and you know you didn't look at the date like, oh, that's my daughter's birthday. Let me make sure. You know.
This plays into exactly what we were talking about before we came on camera, which sometimes the dates, they just
pop up and come in and take over, and you just don't know.
You just
so yeah,
like
yeah. So I was just like, okay, well, you know, well, they got it together. She's gonna move the party. That's great. A lot on her plate, though. I don't know if I would have. I mean, well, I guess there's on Sunday they go to church, because I was like, you can't do the Sunday. You
who goes to church?
Yes, I'm thinking the families, people, the Utah. Like,
oh, I was like, she Utah. Not, but yeah,
not her, but all the kids and the families that are in Utah.
Since there's such a big concentration of them there, obviously that
right. That like, Sunday would be out.
On Sunday, yeah, probably.
That's what because I was like, well, it's the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Why can't we just move it over one day?
Yeah,
but I wasn't for sure. Hey, cousin, how you doing? Ranton, thank you for joining us, my love.
Make sure you drop your links in the chat. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our cousin Ranting with Ricardo.
Yeah,
all of her great content over there. And also, Auntie, you probably read this by now, but too funny. That is exactly what Miss Mary Cosby did, and exactly in that order right there.
Mm-hmm. That part.
That scene with Whitney and Justin was so fake. Now Whitney don't know how to communicate with her husband when they're not having sex. Girl, go somewhere. Yeah, to a degree, I'm like, no, you guys I do believe that they got to be having some type of conversations. Like, you guys can't be two ships passing in the night that much. Like, come on.
Did we find out why he wasn't wearing his ring?
He still wasn't. I didn't.
No. Not that he still wasn't. Hey, Sweet Pea. Not that he still wasn't. The fact that why was it in the drawer? Did he ever explain? Lucy, I need an explanation.
No, I thought it was like the whole when we're at odds.
Oh, is that what it was? Punishment?
That's not a good enough excuse for me. But
no, I'm asking because I feel like that's we're talking about their sex life and then how they're not communicating it. Yeah. They communicate so well horizontally, but not vertically, and it's like what we doing? So I'm like, did we get a resolve on why he was? She said it hurts her feelings, but are you literally taking your ring off to hurt her feelings?
That was the last update we got until now. So clearly, I guess they haven't moved forward too much in that category. So
crazy. That's crazy to me. I'm sorry. It just threw me off. It made me think about that. Crazy. No. So yeah, I agree. We need to figure something else. Hurry up and make the appointment so y'all can get this thing going.
Like, come on now, because clearly it's not getting no better. And like you said, luckily she was able to move this, but next time you might not be able to move an event, and then you guys gonna be looking at each other like.
And then it goes back to the fact that she said, "I'm gonna need your help. You are gonna be here, right?"
Say it.
Don't leave me hanging, because I'm gonna move this.
I don't know what type of person Whitney is as far as that. I don't know if she's the type of person that when you're at your wits' end, you lash out or whatever, or you go off, or are you the type of person that has a crying meltdown, or like, I don't know what type of person she is, but I'm hoping that we don't see that and don't get to that point, because the lady keeps saying she needs help. Like, come on now.
How many kids Whitney got? She got a little
13. They're like 13, and he's probably what, like 10 or something, like 9 or 10, probably.
13 is crucial age. I'm gonna give her on that.
She already expressed how she felt about the age 13. So right. We're already starting off 13 wrong. We're already starting off 13 with this not down packed. So we need to get this together for the sake of kids, at least. That's how I would feel.
You're right. You're right on that.
So that was that. Next, we see Heather rolling up to ski, and she's being accompanied by Monica. 5 photos for this? I should. Yeah, they're skiing, or not skiing. They're jet skiing.
No, they're snowmobiling.
Snowmobiling. I never did winter sports, but I'm not against it. I would love to do all of those things at some point. It has to happen soon.
That one looked the funnest, and it has the most breathtaking scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
We gotta plan a trip there. I can't wait to go.
Yeah, my husband, he wanted to move there. I was like, no.
Yeah, you said that.
It's beautiful though. I can see why it's breathtaking.
Let's go visit for a good, cute little 4 or 5 days, and come home.
That's it. That's all.
So yes, they're doing that. They're having so much fun, and they do that for a little bit before stopping and taking in, the scenery. They're super excited.
They was dressed cute too. They were dressed alike.
Yeah, they were. They definitely were.
That thing looked fun. Oh, that picture to me. He took the cutest picture, especially when he told them, no, bigger smile, like wider smile. And when they did that, I was like, if they don't look like a doggone, like the picture that you take out of the frame, the fake picture, that's what they look like. I was like, that is such a nice picture. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous.
There is no shortage of activities and breathtaking scenery in Salt Lake City. We have to all agree on that. I can't deny the fact that it does look like a very beautiful place if you're into, the snow and all that.
Wait, can you pull up Auntie Bernice's comment? Do you see that? Because I agree with you, Auntie.
Just Whitney was super mom in the first 2 seasons. She worked and her husband worked full time. She had all these businesses, and now you need help. The math ain't mathing. No, I believe that too, because it wasn't like she had her skincare. Wasn't it the skincare line? and she did the rebrand and all that.
Some kind of Rose or something.
Wild
Some Rose
or something. Yeah.
Wild Rose, Whitney, Wild Rose or something.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they got so discombobulated just after him losing his job. I don't know, but apparently they did.
They put a magnifying glass on what he really don't do, probably. You know, especially when he was. Well, I ain't gonna say that he had to be pulling his weight more when he was off work. I think. Look, I mean,
and you know, she just like.
Because that dynamic change, that's what I guess. I guess when the dynamic changed, he wasn't working. So, you know, maybe him being home made her more laxed. And so, which gave her more independence because she was able to she's kids with him more. So she's liking that freedom, a little bit more independence. And she wants that. She don't want to let that go. So she's like, yeah, you're going to have to pull a slack. It's going to be both of us or none of us.
Yeah. This is now season 4, so there's probably a lot more stuff going on with the show and stuff. That BravoCon isn't that coming up this weekend? Yes. Probably out of town. She got to go do these types of things now and her watch what happens live. So she's getting more booked and busy, and we need help. I'm not going to argue with that. I would believe her on that at least, because I like to think you shouldn't lie about that, but we just never gonna know unless we move in a house, I guess.
Right. Back to the mobiles.
Yes, Monica and Heather, they're snowmobiling, as we said. They take their cute little selfies and all that before they go back into like the lodge or whatever to have some hot chocolate and warm up and stuff and sit down and talk. When they sit down and talk, Monica thanks Heather for reaching out to her after what happened upon concluding the whole Greek Easter fiasco and her mom and all that stuff. So Heather, shout outs to you, I guess, for being a good friend. And Heather's like, yeah, you know, I just couldn't wrap my mind around you leaving with your kids in your arms, shoeless, and your mom is there. Like, it was just, you know, I had to, you know, reach out and see if you were good. And Heather also lets us know that her and her mom did have a really great relationship up until her divorce, if I'm not mistaken. And now, you know, it's just not the same between them. And Monica says she remembers her and her mother's relationship being poor since she was a child.
Volatile is the word she used.
Yes, being volatile until she dating back to when she was a child. When she was 12 years old, her mom decided that she needed to chase her dream, and that constituted her dropping Monica off with some friends not family, friends that she knew in Pennsylvania, and she dipped to New York to chase her dreams. And we've heard Monica express this before, but this is kind of the first time that we get a little bit more backstory into how that took place. And that kind of started this cycle of her actually that didn't even start the cycle of her feeling abandoned. I think we found out later, or I don't know if it was this conversation.
What's this conversation? No, it was later. It was with her mom. But I know what you're gonna say about the dad leaving at 4.
Yeah. Her abandonment issues date back to her dad
before she was a kindergartner.
Yeah, at the age of 4. So this dates back a while. And Heather is shocked. Heather's like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't even fathom that. That's crazy. And again, this was a family of her mom's friends. This wasn't family. This was like some friends that she knew from wherever. And she says that to Heather, you know, thank you again for reaching out to me, because I wouldn't have even left my bed today if it wasn't for you reaching out to me. That's just how crappy she felt at that time. And Heather assures her that she's creating her new village. So I hope Heather is prepared to stand on her word when she says that, because you can't just throw that out there and then take it back and stuff like that. Like,
Heather's always a loyal friend like that. Not to cut you off, because I continue on, but I feel like when Heather says stuff like that, she kind of makes
Heather be too loyal. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
to a fault for sure. For sure.
So, yeah, no, I that's just is a big thing to say to someone. So I hope that they can continue to cultivate their friendship. Because clearly Monica needs somebody to she needs support. She lets us know just as many times as Whitney lets Justin know that she needs help is how many times Monica tells everybody that she's the only one bearing the load over at her house and she ain't got a lot of money. So clearly, yeah, she needs somebody to step in because she can't rely on Linda.
Listen, Linda.
Yeah, but I think that was pretty much it for that scene. Unless you have some more to say about that, or how you felt about that, how you felt about learning that that's how it all went down when she was younger.
Yeah, finding out that she was left with friends and non-family members. This was a good comment, but non-family members. That is crazy. It's different. See, I need to know a little bit more detail. And the only reason why I said a little bit more detail, if there was no children in this household and she left her with friends, that's a big problem. If she left her with friends and they had a daughter or a son that was around the same age or a kid that's in that household, maybe not so much would it wouldn't be as bad. So I really want to know we might have to reach out to Monica. I would love to interview Monica. Because I think we're gonna do that. But for me, I really feel like that has a little bit to do with it. Because you're not dropping me off with no husband and wife, or was it a husband and wife? Was it a single parent? Was it a parent? When you say you dropped me off, and how long was I there? Like, I just need a little bit more detail. Like, it's that bothered me. Like, you don't be dropping her off with and you leaving the state. You drop her off in Pennsylvania and you go to New York. That means you can't even go check on your kid. Are you dumb?
I'm not gonna lie. It's right next to each other. That doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it any better.
Right, because I've been on these stuff with nothing.
But she could be there like fast, but still, that doesn't negate the fact that you just left your.
You're not in the next.
Even if it was family, I still think it's not cool, regardless, because it's like Monica clearly didn't know these people like that. So it's like, why would you, like? And I just don't think that she's ever taken her feelings into account. She clearly hasn't. We learned that when she found out that she threw out all the pictures of her dad. She clearly never has taken her. Yeah, she is a flaming one.
So that's why she can't take accountability. She doesn't think about nobody but herself. But that's what she's been taught. That's what she was taught, and we will get into that. Yeah. But that's what she's been taught. The funny thing is that her daughter knows that and almost is giving you an out, and you still don't take it. You still don't even know how to take it. Like, blows my mind. I can't wait to get to that point because it blows my mind how your daughter is really willing to forgive you for the dumb things you've done, and you can't even forgive yourself and acknowledge that it happened. Girl. Oh. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Yeah, that the fact that it was a non-member family member. But I was gonna say this: my mom and her friends she have friends that are my aunts. I don't even, when I say auntie, I'll be like my auntie. My mom has 2 sisters, and she has bonus sisters, my other aunties. But they're not related through my mom's mother. They're related to my mom's stepfather. So, like, they're not blood related to me, but those are my real aunties, right? But I got aunties that my mom been friends with that she been in high school with. When they got pregnant, they were pregnant together, right? So those kind of friendships, and like if my mom had to leave me with my aunt, one of her friends who I've been knowing my whole life was there when I was born, that's a different kind of friend. But that's why I said we need to know what kind of friend this was, who she left her with. It don't sound like they had that kind of friendship. Even though Monica said, yeah, I knew them friends, but yeah, so that was crazy. So I understand why she resents her mom for that. Mm-hmm. And then And we understand why she had the abandonment issue at the dang on party, at the dinner party. You sat there and didn't know exactly what was going on. You didn't even ask your daughter. You see she's upset. I do understand she did try to, Monica, let's go to the restroom, because she was trying to diffuse it. But at the same time, you don't even know how to comfort your daughter, to calm her down so that she can listen to you, because she don't respect you. So you're the last person really that she really want to hear from. But then the way you come at her is so jacked up. Like there's no like compassion for your daughter. And that's why she felt abandoned at that moment, and why she lashed out. And it's crazy because she didn't lash out at Angie as much as she lashed out at the mama. And her and Angie was the one that was having the argument. It was crazy. So yeah,
forgive someone like Angie, because it's not as much like I take you for face value. It's not the same. She hasn't held her to the same standard that she's gonna hold her mom. So
exactly.
Up way easier than they gotta unpack all this stuff, her and her mom, first before she can even move forward with her. And that's her mom.
Yeah, right. And it was interesting to find out that Heather and her mom don't talk no more. I don't know how. Well, we got the book. We still got to listen to the book. But I need to know how long that's been. You know, how long. I can't remember how long Heather's been divorced, because that would tell us how long she has not talked to her mom. But, you know, that's just weird, you know, knowing that she's got her nurturing from her mom, who had 6 children. And now your mom don't have a relationship with your kids, don't have a relationship with you. Like, how could you sacrifice? I'm a grandparent. I got 2 granddaughters. I would never. You're not gonna what? I don't like to say never. I would not ever sacrifice my relationship with my grandkids, let alone my own kid, but with my grandkids that don't have nothing to do with whatever beef I have with my kid. People are kind of special. And I don't mean that in a good way. I really don't. I mean that in the worst way possible. Heather's mom you need to grow up, lady, because time is moving. You got a grandbaby that's in college right now. Like, you're weird. That's weird. That's weird.
Everything about her is weird, and I realize that every time she comes on the screen. It's like she came on, we thought totally normal, and then every episode where she jumps her face in the camera, it just goes up and up and up of the weird factor for me.
But Auntie Bernice say on that last one.
That's why I love
Angie. Tell me how you really feel about Angie. Tell us how you really feel about Angie.
You didn't get too much Angie. We got like one scene with Angie. I mean, overall, actually, the episode we didn't get too much of anybody. It was like, you know, they didn't do any.
Everybody got an equal, everything. Everybody got an equal little part. Everybody got a little equal parts. Hey, my sister.
There she goes.
Hey, lady.
How you doing? Our good sis Nola Reed said, make sure to do that on both channels.
Yes. Love you, little sis. It's so funny to hear when I say little sis, because I look at her like my equal, even though she's like 10 years younger than me. And then you're 10 years younger than her. So our dynamic is so beautiful for that reason, because you get every part. You get the 50s. She's about to go into the 40s. You're about to go into your 30s. And that dynamic to me of us is so bomb. But back to the issue and topic at hand. We are back at Lisa's, right?
We're
back at Lisa's because we're gonna talk. John and Jack are getting ready to speak.
Well, I don't know why they said Angie. I was like,
oh no, I said
you're at Lisa's. I don't have John and Jack are at home. They're going down memory lane a little bit. I think I didn't write it down, but they were looking through some old photo albums, and Jack told John, we find out that Jack told John about him going on the mission 2 weeks before Lisa. And I really like this scene because we saw more into their relationship. We got John speaking a lot more, because I feel like, wasn't that an issue in the past where someone tried to make it seem like he was kind of Lisa's like puppet, or she like was
He
more
seemed timid. He seemed timid around him, but because the opposite attract in this situation. This is what you can tell.
Right.
He's a control freak, and he just lets her control. Like,
but he has a brain of his own. Like he's done things in his life. Like he's an active person in the marriage as well, and we kind of saw that in this scene. And he's just kind of talking to him, checking in with him because he's about to get his call, right? Yeah, his call any day now. And they clearly have like a chill, laid back kind of father-son relationship. We find out that Lisa's older sister was a missionary in New York, and he was there, him and his roommate or whatever. And Lisa came on a trip or to visit her sister, and that's kind of, you know, how they got together, and they've been, you know, two peas in a pod ever since, I guess. And he even says, you know, I could only imagine if I didn't do, you know, if my life didn't go the same way, that we probably wouldn't be.
He didn't go on his mission is the word. If I didn't go on my mission, I might have not been your daddy. Like, basically.
Literally. And then Lisa shows up. She shows up and she's being Lisa, of course. And John assures Jack that if he gets out there and he wants to come home, then the door is always open. I really love that he said that and gave him that reassurance. And he knows that he has a support system back at home that's, you know, cheering him on and is always going to welcome him back with open arms. And I think that came from the fact that John knew a lot of people when he was going through his mission. And back then he knew people that forced the religion on their children so much so that they kind of just called all the shots. It was 100%, you're going on your mission, you're doing that, like you cannot come back here, like kind of just thrown to the wolves. So I guess he doesn't want to make Jack feel, you know, like that. Mm-hmm. And then Lisa randomly tells us how she got creeped out. She got creeped out by her roommate when she was in college, when she came home and homegirl had on all of her clothes head to toe. And she told her that she wanted to know what it felt like to be Lisa for a day. We don't know how true this is, but Lisa said it happened. So, okay, whatever. But she tells him that I guess the point of that was to kind of illustrate how he'll have to be in close proximity to people that he may not always like or get along with or, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, you can always come home if you want.
Right. Auntie Bernice acting up. What's the last one for me? the last comment. Sorry.
When
I got all my plugs back behind me.
She has no respect for him. Jack and John, where is the? Oh my God!
It's the next one. It's the next one.
Jack looking like a. Oh my God! Stop! Because I have. Where is it?
Oh my God!
Yes, Jack does look. I don't know what's going on with the hair, but
Jack is trying to fit in. Jack is like, you know what? I'm about to put this color in my hair. I don't want to look like I used to look. He's just trying to find his identity. That's all. We all do it. We all do it.
So, and then John had also got like a bit emotional, saying that how proud he was of his son, and I thought that was really, really cute. And they end in a family hug. So everything is good over there. And I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention this whole time or what, but I didn't know that John had went on a mission himself. So once I found that out, I was like, Heather, yeah, Jack doesn't need anything from you. His daddy's right there and he went on a mission. So like, that was the biggest puzzle.
That was an eye-opening moment for you?
I was like, I could have texted her and been like, Heather, no, he doesn't need it. Well, I texted her, DM'd her and been like, he needs his dad, not you. Like, anyway.
Well, I feel like even I don't know if they call him parishioner, I think, but the person that's sending him there, I would think that they had did that and they could tell him himself. On top of his friends that graduated before him, like say he was in the 10th grade and they were in the 12th grade and they left for the 2 years and came back. Those people, there's a lot of people that he could have talked to. Didn't have to so much have to be old girl. I'm with you. It didn't have to be like, I don't know why my stuff is acted up for there. But anyway,
I'm sure he could have walked down the street and been like, "Hey, did anybody go on a mission?" And 16 people would have raised their hand, and he could have talked that like we forget where he is. And Salt Lake clearly like. Anyway.
But yeah, you're right. I love seeing them bond over the pictures, over the mission pictures. We got a chance to see how John looked back in the day. I was like, oh, John, I see your dark hair. I see you. He was tall and you're dark. I see you. He actually looks like one of my ex-boyfriends on this bottom picture without the bike. It's weird because he does. One of my exes was half white, half black, so he kind of had the more whiter look to him. So he looked like him a little bit. Funny. I think I was probably like the 10th grade. I think. Yeah, I was like 15 or 16. But yeah, I thought that was sweet, and I'm glad that they were able to bond on that, and that it was funny to hear him say, "Yeah, I found out, 2 weeks before he told his mom," and the producers being messy. So what you think would happen if Lisa found out? He said, "Yeah, I think she would have kicked my ass." Yeah. There he go. And so I was like, well, I hope he don't get beat up for that because it's not that serious. I think, and if Lisa learns anything out of this season, is that stop being so overbearing. Even though that's your kids, don't be so overbearing. Like, stop it. Like, back up a little bit. Give him a breathing room. Give him some space. Let him become a man. It's okay. So yeah, that was funny to me. It is giving Carrie's mother. They all gonna laugh at you. Because I love it. It's one of my favorites. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. Yes, come through, Auntie Bernice, for real.
I like seeing Lisa like this. I like seeing her caught up in this type of issues
because she can't control nothing. Did you hear her reasoning and how she thinks she can control ordering a Range Rover with the insides all whoopty wop, and how she can know her white privilege is gonna make her get it? She gonna get it when she get it, when she want it. I see. You know what? Your white privilege has got on my last nerve. And I'm so happy that you got to be humbled by your son, that you can't stop nothing. You can't stop nothing right here. So sit your little butt down and eat your little humble pie, Bookie. Thank you.
Ooh, not bust out the humble pie. Okay.
Okay, what else I got? Mission alone. No. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, I do. I'm glad they did highlight the fact that there are Mormons that are diehard Mormons, and that they will kick you out if you don't do what they say, because that's like cult-like. I'm like, see, this is why people think it's more cult-like. How you gonna tell somebody that they can't live with you because they believe they don't want to continue on? Isn't that part of life? You raise your children to become adults, and at 18, they pretty much, you kind of got to you clip their wings and you let them fly. I don't understand what we're talking about. That was triggering for me, because I don't like the fact that when our boys and girls come out to their parents, some of their parents say, you got to leave. I don't agree with your lifestyle. Well, I didn't agree with your lifestyle. I didn't agree that you had my dad because my lifestyle is that I wanted the same sex. So who's right and who's wrong? Oh yeah, you're gonna say the Bible. Got it. The stories of the Bible. And I'm not saying nothing against religion, but I'm just saying, when you use those things against you being a parent, for me, I just feel like you have to check yourself sometimes. Check yourself. You can't be telling your kid you do what I tell you to do. Not at 18. They have to have their own mind. You just got to bring them to that point and let them get to that point. I ain't telling you to let them go be abusive to nobody. Don't let them be no murder. Don't be unalive somebody. Don't let them be a menace to society. But if they're not being a menace, let them do them. Like, calm the heck down. You did your part. So I just, I it was triggering to hear, but to hear him tell his son, like, look, the door is always open. If you don't want to be there and you want to come home, don't be in your back of your mind hearing horror stories from your friends when their parents was like, oh, you're not coming back here. This door is revolving. It goes around and around. You come in, you come out, go in, go out. That's what it is for you. And I love that. Lisa's story, narcissist. It tied in, but nobody cares about your single white female story, okay? Nobody cares about that. Next, we're going to the cross country. We're going to cross country skiing.
Okay. Yeah, we were cross country skiing now. We meet up with Heather and Monica and Meredith. Heather's been inspired to go cross country skiing ever since, I guess, last year. She took her daughters and she was just like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And it's cheap. We love a affordable activity. So then Whitney shows up, and Whitney has never been invited to cross country ski, despite being born and raised in Utah. She had to let us know that. And afterwards, first of all, it was kind of anticlimactic, and I never really knew or thought about what cross country skiing could be. So I was kind of underwhelmed, as I would have been underwhelmed as well, because they were just kind of like trotting along. I don't even have any pictures of that part because it was just like them just trotting along. And then Monica like kind of fell at one point. They like it. I love it. Hey, but they do that all before putting their skis down and everything, and they bust out the charcuterie and the whatever. What do they have down there? They
tailgate. They tailgating. That's what you do. They tailgating.
Yes, they are tailgating in the parking lot, and they got snacks and all the goodies, and they sit down to chat and eat a little. And I think it was Heather. Someone comments on Monica's new Range Rover because she pulled up in a new Range Rover. And Monica says, no, that's actually not a new, it's not a new one that I own or anything. It's a rental. I pay for my Range, but it's in my mom's name. So every time she gets upset with me, she takes it away. So in this case, she took the car after Angie's Greek Easter dinner. Given the situation, just pause right here. Given the situation, knowing what we know, do you think that it was petty or justified of Linda to have taken said Range Rover?
Petty. As petty as AF. Petty as AF. That girl got kids. That lady has kids. Are you crazy? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? What is wrong with you, girl? And I'm a mom, and I'm a grandmother, and I have a mom, and I have a grandmother, and I would not. That is not a way to discipline your adult child. Like, what are you doing, girl? You're dumb. No. Petty as AF. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. But so then Meredith asks how she executed this. How did she take it then? Because you got the key. How did that even work? And Monica says that her mom told her she wanted the car back by 4 p.m. or she's calling the police and reporting it stolen. Okay, so Meredith's like, and at this point, everybody's like Heather's like, oh my God, gasp. Everybody's like, whose mom would, what? That's your mom that would do that? And I need to figure out where Heather got those sunglasses because I love them.
Oh, they're beautiful. Oh my God, they're so dark and in that Lord.
On Twitter.
Or when you find them, order me. I want a pair too. Because you be looking. You be finding this stuff that, let me tell y'all something about Barb.
Oh, that dress.
Yes, he was in New Orleans, and we saw this This dress was so fly. It's a rainbow dress. It was fly. The lady that was wearing it looked so fly in it too. Girl, she was fly. Me and Barb's eyes was this big. We was like, dang. And did we see it twice? Did we see it again?
Yeah, it was like someone was wearing it on like one of the screens or something.
And when I tell y'all, Barbara was like, I want that dress. I was like, girl, that dress will look gorgeous on you. Like, my sis got the body to hit that dress, make that dress come to life, just like these other ladies did. But she found the dress, y'all. She said, I'm not getting that dress. How much was the dress, sis?
It was what, like $600-$700? Like, do I really need
pretty. It was like was it a sweater?
I'm gonna buy it. Those are those types of things that are nice, y'all. That's what you do. Never be afraid to buy secondhand, because a lot of times people will buy stuff and only wear it once. I mean, actually, I'm people sometimes, so I can't even like about that. But don't be afraid to go with Poshmark or Fashion File and all these websites and stuff. That's how a lot of people get their luxury goodies. They don't always buy it. So that's just my tip for you guys for today. But yeah, this scene though, going back to the show, I was like you, if we were here with it, Linda took it through the roof. You took your daughter's car because
you know what though? If you go back, if we knowing that, I wonder if people gonna say, but she did leave her mom. And I'm just
that's
being
why I asked the question. That's why
so that's why that's why we're posing the question, because she did leave her mom at the party. Right?
We're also like, we would never leave our mom. So it's like,
so the problem with this is that they are acting like sisters and not like mother and daughter, and they're going tit for tat. You can't go tit for tat with your mom, even though if your mom is a messed up person. At some point, you got to remember that you're a mom, and you wouldn't want your kids to be doing that to you, even though your mom is being a dummy. Your mom is being a dummy, but let her be a dummy by herself. Let her be a dummy by herself. Don't be.
I feel the same way. I wouldn't have did what Monica did, and I would have.
You would have left your mom? You wouldn't have left your mom?
I wouldn't have done what either of them did. I wouldn't have left my mom, and I wouldn't have taken my daughter's car. Like,
right. I wouldn't have left my mom. I would have been, but I would have told her, let's go, since she was ready to, let's party. Oh yeah, get your party. Get you want a party? You better get your party behind up in this car, because when I leave, I'm leaving now, it's time to go. So that's how she should have handled that. As soon as she saw her mom talking about, we want to have fun. When the fun? You want to have fun? I got right in my mama's ear. Guess what? I'm ready to go. Let's go. And that's how you handle that.
Angie Birdie said when Monica said her mom took her car back, my grandmother tried to do that to my mom, but it was a refrigerator. See, I hate to hear stuff like that, because it should never drop that low. I feel like it should never.
We family. You gonna treat strangers better than you treat your family? That's weird.
I talk to folks before I do something. Go out of my way to do something wild like that. I'm just not going to talk to people. I'm quick to stop talking to somebody. If we not, I'd just rather go over here, you go over there, and we will patch it up when we both can calm down and talk about it. I'm too grown to be playing. What? I'm taking my. We know that Monica's mom didn't need that car. It was not a pressing matter where she didn't have her own car. She needed to borrow the car. No, she was being petty.
Petty, spiteful. And look where it gets you. Because really, when you do that kind of stuff, it just keeps it moving. It keeps it going. You just keep it pushing, and you keep it moving, and make it. It's like, you go low, I go lower. I'm gonna keep going, and we just gonna go to hell, because at this point, that's what they're doing. It's like, let me see how far. Well, you want to do that to me, then I'm gonna do this to you. And I'm just like, nobody wants to see a mother and daughter go through that. I don't like it. Never did. I don't like to see that. I don't like none of this part of it. I just don't. And Whitney did throw a little dig when she was like, yeah, she's like, I've never been invited to go, cross country skiing. I guess because that's an older thing to do. And then they show Meredith, production, of course, show Meredith and them trying to shimmy on in. And it was just, Whitney always got a little young joke for the old folk. I mean, when I say old folk, my age, and I ain't old, so funny to me.
You're not. No, we're not even like what? No, no, not even gonna go there. So, to the Meredith's like, girl, you need to take your power back. And they also remember that Meredith wasn't actually in attendance for the party. And then Monica compares her mom to Ted Bundy. If you guys don't know who Ted Bundy is, Google it. And Whitney lets us know that she didn't talk to her mom for 13 years. 13. I think I need to go play the lottery because 13 keeps just popping up today.
Yes.
Episode. And we just got off of Halloween 3-1.
Exactly. I girl, you in my head because that's what I was thinking about. I was like 13 to 31. Matter of fact, my just real quick, my granddaughter, my youngest grandbaby Blaze, her grandparents, her dad's father, and her dad's mother and father just celebrated their anniversary yesterday. 31 years on the 31st. It was like, oh, that is crazy. So when you said that, those was all playing in my head. And then on top of the fact, they lost their oldest. I'm sorry, they lost their middle child. Their daughter passed away this past year, and suddenly, unexpectedly, and she was 31, and she put that in the thing. So she was like, so for you to say that, I'm like, hold on a minute. 1-3-3-1. Yeah, I'm with you.
Definitely about to go play that later because
I'm with you.
Some coins in my life. We could all use some coins in life. Inflation is crazy. But yeah, going back to the scene. This is
right. The Ted Bundy though reference. I was like, ooh,
that just, again, all these things, y'all hold on to all these things because it's painting the picture of what their relationship is. All of these little tidbits that we're getting just shows how volatile their mother-daughter, lack thereof, relationship is. Whoa. So Whitney, we kind of segue from that, and Whitney then addresses Meredith by telling her that she wants her to come to Bobby's party, but she needs to address something awkward with her first. And we know what she's about to say, but clearly Meredith doesn't. So she's like, what's up? And Whitney's like, Angie and her family are going to be in attendance at Bobby's party, and it makes Whitney feel uncomfortable that Meredith repeatedly said that she wants to ruin Angie's life. Meredith's like, I never said I want to ruin anybody's life.
Oh, she's so dry.
That includes Angie. But Whitney, she doesn't back down, and she rolls out the historical Meredith Marks pattern of, we're talking about this is going on over here, but let me bring it on over here and bring up something that has nothing to do with this situation at all. That's kind of a repeat pattern we've seen with Miss Meredith Marks.
It should be her name should be, wait, Barbara, name should be Meredith Flector. Meredith Flector.
Yeah.
Meredith.
She is
Meredith Flector.
She is very, very well known for her deflecting.
Yes.
But she doesn't back down either, and she chimes in to defend herself by saying she never said, like I said, that she wanted to ruin anyone's life. That never came off her tongue. And Meredith's like, you know, as my friend, I would have thought that you would have checked on me before, you know, the 48-hour mark after seeing my car crash on the side of the road. We're like, huh? So apparently this was a couple episodes ago, y'all. Remember when Meredith was
This was after the Easter party.
No, that was that was Lisa's après ski thing. Remember that was Lisa.
Oh, it was a ski thing? Oh, I thought it was. Yeah. Oh, so they had all.
She was like, I'm done. All right. And she bounced with her friend who was taking the shots off the shots.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Whitney's like, yeah, I drove past and I saw your car and it didn't correlate, you know, and then I saw your post about the near fatal accident, and at first Whitney's doing that thing that she does, and I can't even lie, it was really funny, which basically she was trying to tell us that, Meredith, you were putting 20 on 10 with your post. Sorry that I didn't know that you know, that's what you were talking about. I thought you were dramatizing things as you always do. That's basically what Whitney was trying to get at. And Meredith felt like what she can tell us is this. She saw her life flash before. She saw her life flash before her eyes as she was going to go over the cliff, and she found it to be incomprehensible how her last memory would be that event, and she isn't wishing ill will on anyone, and that includes Angie. Scene. Okay.
Man, I wrote that exact same. I wrote and scene on this part, and I also wrote and the on the award goes to, and I was gonna have an envelope sitting right here on everything. So go ahead. I'm just loving that we see each other right now. Go ahead.
It all happened, man. We are completely depicting this as it was presented to us. Did you see tears? I don't remember seeing any tears.
No.
Ain't
nothing on tears because she can't conjure up none. Like, put Auntie Bernice's last comment up. The Ice Queen herself can't shed no dang on tears.
Come on.
She can't shed no tears.
She's made of ice. Her car accident as her ace card for the rest of the season. You came for Angie since she came to the trip. You kept implying to Lisa you had info that could destroy her.
That's what you do. Because
we're playing. Yeah, Meredith tried to play semantic. She tried to play a little, I'm going to bring this into that. Like, I mean, yes, if I got into a near fatal accident, I would like to think that, yes, you would check on me. I would do the same thing. As soon as I find out that happened to you, like, I would do the same thing. That's what you do as friends, of course. However, that still doesn't negate the fact that I don't know if I feel comfortable having you in a place, because I don't want to ruin my daughter's birthday party. And you have expressed time and time again, whether you had said these exact words or you changed it a little bit, however you said it, you said it. You had some type of rumor, you have some type of tea on Angie K. What that tea is, we don't know from your mouth because you never came out and said the whole thing. But we know that you have some type of something on Angie, and I don't want to set it off at my daughter's party. So what's up?
It makes sense.
That makes sense. I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, Whitney is looking ahead. She's looking ahead, and which is smart. And I'm glad she told her, like, because there, you know, as we're gonna find out later, that when you're not invited and you find out that you wasn't invited, that's a problem. Hence where Meredith is not going to be invited. I mean, Heather's not going to be invited somewhere. Just saying. That makes a bigger problem. So for Whitney to be woman enough to tell her, look, Angie and her family is invited. I'm inviting everybody. And frankly, Meredith, you keep using, like you said, the pattern that you keep having about ruining people's lives, and you think that's cool. We're tired of you trying to use stuff against us. You're supposed to be my friend. We're supposed to look at you as our friend, as you be the bone collector, not only collecting the bones, but you gonna use it when you feel like it. Girl, you ain't a friend. She ain't a friend. She's weird. That's weird stuff. Like I said, I love that at least Whitney tells Meredith to her face. The fact that Meredith loves to deflect, and the fact that she got so emotional because she saw her life It flashed in front of her face. And the last thing she would have remembered or been remembered for was the argument she had. And
This is good.
I'm just, wait a moment.
This
Just
is
saying,
good.
I just really, just need you guys to understand that I almost went over the cliff. Just need to be there. And the fact that you can call me 48 hours after the fact that I almost went over this cliff is way more important than how you feel about this whole situation. Like, girl, if you get the fuck on my face, what are you doing? What are you doing? If she don't get out my face, girl, and you, I said, wait a minute. I said, Meredith. You know what's funny is that she didn't cry, but she showed and make her face look like she's crying. That her mouth, you know, your mouth does this thing when you cry, your mouth pouts out. You know, your mouth just pouts out. It's like all of that happens, but there's no tears. And she wants us to be sympathetic to her. Like, girl.
And honestly, I like Meredith. Like, I want to like her. Like, I don't want to like. She just doesn't give us anything to defend her on when it comes to this, because she does it every time. Like, she can't look back on this season and not see that she does it every single time. Even when she's like defendable, she does that, and then she's no longer defendable after that. Because come on now, girl, like, you can't be serious. Like you just sent her this like that, so then she could see, because that was spot on your rendition.
The fact that thank you.
Give my sister flowers, y'all.
The fact that Whitney's
not here for it.
This is my favorite part. The fact that Whitney could tell you or tell us or put and articulate the fact that, well, how did she put it? Because I want to make sure that I say it correctly. Hold on. That Whitney, okay. That Whitney, I love that Whitney zeroed in on Meredith's behavior by stating that she always puts something out there that someone can challenge. I said, Whitney, you starting to blossom, little lady. Your rose is starting to blossom. Used to be closed up, a little closed up rose. Your rose is just been starting to blossom, girl, because that is exactly what she does. She throws out something that you can't challenge. Something that's just like at the dinner when she was drunk as we don't know what, and she was like, because it's way more. The children are starving. I was like, wait, what? The starving children. There's way more bigger things to fry because of the starving children. For me, Meredith, I'm gonna need you to understand that everybody sees you. And if you don't change up what you're doing, you're gonna be on the other end of some stuff that she's not. I don't think she's ready for. I don't think Meredith is ready for how we all see her. It's like you said, I hope she see how she's been acting this season. I don't think she's gonna see it because she doesn't think nothing's wrong. She thinks everybody else is coming for her. The fact that she said when she said when she said that I don't come for nobody. I ain't hurt nobody. I haven't been malicious towards anybody. I was like, wait, what? You are the one that spews everything. We're only throwing out what you gave them. This is coming from you. You the one said it. And it's just funny because she's acting like, I didn't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to ruin anybody's life. Then why do you say it? We have you on tape saying it multiple times. Get on my face, Meredith. I'm done.
Yeah, like I said, she's just not defendable when she starts doing this. And
That's what she said. I don't threaten people. I don't cause conflict. I don't want to harm anyone.
Yeah,
I don't wish ill will on anyone, including Angie.
I kind of have to admit that she actually, yeah, what is Meredith's other storyline?
It used to be her son. It used to be Brooks. She don't have a storyline, and when her and her husband was working on their relationship, that's been her. When her and her husband was working on the relationship, then it went to Brooks and her son, and if he was gay or not, and he hasn't came out to where we at now. Meredith don't have no story.
Saying that, I'm really. I just thought about it though. Auntie Bernie's always saying something to make me think. Yeah, what is? Yeah, I don't know her storyline. I mean, there's Heather. I mean, Heather. What is also Heather's storyline? Her book, but what about it?
Heather's storyline was that she was married to the young dude. I mean, to the old dude, and she had some kids. And her.
I'm talking about currently, like, I don't really think. Currently, obviously, like she moved into her new house. Like she, you know, I guess the drawback stuff from her book. I guess the backlash from her book. I guess is a part of her storyline. I'm just saying that to say.
Heather or Whitney?
Heather.
Oh, I was thinking
Whitney
about Whitney.
got her whole like he's going back to work. We're trying to figure out that and.
Well, Heather's thing was that, you know, she was writing her book. So her bad Mormon was her journey up until now that the book is out, you know, now I don't, and her kids are getting bigger. But before that, it was basically us trying to figure out why she's, you know, why she wants to write the book and what happened with that and all that.
I can't hate on Monica, y'all, because technically speaking, Monica is the only one really bringing it real heavy and hard on the storyline, emphasizing her storyline. Obviously, her stakes are higher though, because this is her first season, of course, and she needs to really stick it. But yeah, she's really the only person that I can really think about is bringing it really heavy. Angie's got her stuff, of course, and she also needs to prove herself too. But again, I just thought of all this because Meredith doesn't really have much going on. So
and her husband is starting to remind me of an alcoholic. I don't know. I don't know. He looked like he always like he has to be like he needs to be relaxed at all times. I don't know. It's something about their dynamic now, you know, with all the problems they were having, and now they're back on track. But when I see him, he just gives me, I need to be loose. I need to be loose around my wife. I want her to be loose. And I'm like, I don't know. Off.
I can't take you or Angie or Deep right now. Y'all are both, I can't right now. Pretty much that's all I can think about when I think about her is she is on this quest to be a martyr as far as it pertains to the Mormon religion.
She better go find some people that she can rally up with, because at this point right now,
well, actually, maybe there's not any, because again,
I ain't seen not one person that's been on her side that came to her defense and said, other than Whitney's
because they all left Salt Lake City, because who stays in the headquarters?
As we got internet, we have the internet. There should be people coming out to her all over. Like, look, the Mormon church did. I'm sure it is. Just like all the Scientology thing is. Like how
type of organization. I don't know. Oh, something.
All I'm saying is, I think she should. If you going, especially if you talking about writing another book, girl, you know, go get you some friends.
Anyway, so the next scene that we got was Angie and her dad, which I thought was super sweet, of course, because I love my dad. I know you're a girl too, so we loved this scene of them just cooking, and we know that's
how I started off I really love Angie and her father's relationship. That's how I started that notes right there. I really love them.
I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to see my dad next week. But he came over to help her cook his, was it yellow chicken lemon rice soup. So he got the lemons. He's over there. They're cooking in the kitchen. He's 86, which I was like, wow, he's 86. Okay, cool. And yeah, very, very much so. Although her parents brought them to America to start a new life and everything, they still carried the traditions and Greek customs and all that over with them. So they bond over food. Cooking is one of her favorite things to do with him. So that's what we're doing today. And he's cutting up different vegetables. They're in the kitchen. And what did she say? They haven't had a date? Or did she say her and Sean haven't had a date?
Her and Sean have not had a date.
Like a year or two, a year and a half, and almost 2 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of she lets us know that she didn't see a marriage. Like her mom died when she was relatively young, so she didn't see that, get a firsthand account of what a healthy marriage looks like when she was growing up. So she just kind of been navigating things the best she could without having anything to look up to as far as that. And not to mention her dad was like, well, we didn't really have that much money anyway. So, and we had a whole bunch of kids. So that was not even, that was not even at the forefront of our minds. But that's just kind of where she is with that. And I was like, I never really thought about that. But then they sit down to eat. They're all done. And Sean comes in and...
Wait, before Sean comes in, sister, Angie asked her dad, what's the secret?
Oh, yes.
What's the secret? She says, yeah, but dad, what's the secret, to this marriage thing? Her dad replies, you have to be firm. Show Sean who's the boss. Then Sean walks in. And I was like, the reason why that's important to me, because I want to know if Sean overheard that, because the way he walked in. It made me feel like he might have overheard her dad say that. And I want to know why her dad said that, but go ahead. That's a part. I just wanted you to make sure that segment to me, right? That part right there is a...
yeah. And he called him, I realized he called him Louis too, which I'm not saying like, oh, just because you're married. Like,
he didn't call him dad? He didn't call him dad or nothing, huh?
No, which I mean, no, that doesn't always just flow. Like everybody does it differently. Like I didn't start saying that like day one or nothing. And so everyone's different, but I caught on to that too. So it doesn't seem like they like are super, super close. Not that there's any bad blood, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Sean walks in and I forgot what did she say? She was like, "Oh, are you gonna join us?"
I got food. I would make you a plate, and kind of like
he just goes off he's like, "I'm about to hit the shower," and he goes off and hits the shower.
That was a weird dynamic because even when they show the mother show Angie. I know that comment that's crazy. Angie and Louis, they both had a puzzled look on their face. I don't know if that's production trying to be funny or whatnot. And as far as this comment, Angie has no respect for her husband because of her father. When you say that, Auntie Bernice, what does that really mean? Because I don't know what that means when you say that. Her not putting food up for him and be so flipping about it that speaks volume. Sean would be, but I feel like
she thought he was going to eat with them.
Exactly, because she said he only went down to the salon and he was coming right back. So I thought she thought he was in enough time to eat with them too. That's why she didn't make a plate. But
that's why you're thinking, oh, maybe the catalyst for that could have been him overhearing the dad saying that.
I think so. The way he came in made me feel like that. I was like, maybe he heard
that was them normally being.
But what's the dynamic? Why would her dad tell her to basically be more, put your foot down, be the boss? Why would you have to tell your daughter that? Is that your dynamic with your wife? Your wife was the boss?
I don't think so, as much as it's like you're going to always want what's best for. I took it as you're always going to want what's best for your kids. And yeah, he just, I don't know.
That's weird to tell your daughter to be, show him who's boss.
I think you said that because that's his daughter. Like,
but y'all married. There is no boss. We're married. There's no boss. He ain't the boss over me, and I sure ain't the boss over him. We are together. We together do this. So for him to say you got to show him who's the boss, what is she? And the fact that Angie said, yeah, that's easier said than done. What are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? What are we missing? So there's something there.
You can write that down. So when they ask for questions, you can ask that question for the reunion. Because
for real, because how you
look at it like that? But that makes
sense. Maybe the dad see a dynamic that we haven't seen, that Sean acts like he rules everything, or he can come and go as he pleases, and she has to stay home with the daughter. I don't know. I need to find out though. Sean said at the dad doesn't have a good relationship with the father because he's not Greek. Oh,
wait, he said that? I thought he said that everybody thinks he's the Greek one, but she is, and I didn't catch him say.
So you're just saying, just traditionally, you think the father would have wanted her to marry into someone Greek, most likely, and that's like not a pent up thing, but like resentment there, a little bit of resentment that she married.
Like he's never going to measure up because he's not
Greek.
He's cool, but like he's never going to be 100% because he's not Greek. Like, is that maybe?
I can roll with that a little bit, Auntie Bernice. I can see where you're going with that. I can kind of see that. Because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm still like, what? I left with more questions on that scene than answers.
Or I feel like too, if your parent doesn't really, I know, like just for me, let's say, like my parents, like they just like don't get involved in what we have going on. Like if we have something going on, like they just don't get involved in it. And like my parents wouldn't. I don't think my dad would say anything like that. I don't think my mom would say anything like that. They would just be like, you guys just got to work your stuff out. You guys got to figure out how to work it out. So yeah, seeing as though he kind of gave some advice that could be taken a little bit like he has like a bias. Maybe I guess we just gonna have to watch and find out, because I was looking at this very surface, and this is why, again, y'all, I told you I only watched it once, so I really didn't get to think about it this much in depth until now, and I'm like, maybe there is more there.
Has to be. I'm sorry, it just has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if production was. I feel like production helped make me feel more. There's something more because they show Angie and her dad with these faces like,
Yeah. I mean, it was just, I knew that I thought this scene was just trying to emphasize that they were just still kind of disjointed. I thought that's the only thing we were supposed to be taking away from this, because she clearly thought he was about to sit down and everything's cool. And then he's just like, all right, see you later.
I wonder if the dad has heard those rumors.
Maybe that could also be, I mean, according to Heather, like
rumors been around for a minute. I mean, most men hairstylists, like we said, we've been saying there is a stigma with men hairstylists. It just is. It is what it is. Those are people's that's their own opinion. What's in their own heads doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but that's just the stigma behind male hairstylists. But if you live in this small city, everybody knows everybody. You gotta know that the dad might have heard this, and
or thought that. I mean, one of my favorite movies, Meet the Parents. Shout out to Ben Stiller. And they were scrutinized. Remember, they were scrutinizing him for being a nurse. So there is a lot of like old school social stigmas that kind of apparently place the like your career has something to do with your sexual orientation for some odd reason, even though it doesn't. We know that now, but I feel like those are things that we're just now starting to break down like socially these days, and people are like, no, that has nothing to do with it. But I think that was just the normal stereotype for so many years that, yeah, maybe that could also play a part into it too. Or it could be like Auntie Bernice said, go back and look at that episode. Sean didn't look comfortable around his family. I mean,
but it's their family. She, like Auntie Bernice said, her family supposed to be around her family, but
around her family. I don't think he ever was comfortable though, to be honest. And that's not me giving into the rumor or anything like that, or the stereotype. I just, maybe it's him always wearing a hat. I guess he don't look comfortable because he always looks like he's about to go somewhere. I don't know, but I don't know, y'all. That's why I'm not against keeping Angie around for another season or so, as long as we're going to be peeling back the layers onto what's really going on in her house.
Auntie Bernice, I know you say you don't really care for Angie. Can you tell me, did you care for Angie? Let me say it like this. Did you care for her or did not care for her when last season when Jen had poured the drink on her? Does it stem back that far, or as it progressed, you start kind of, don't feel it for Angie? Like I'm only asking because I'm on the fence with Angie. I've been on the fence with Angie for a minute. She came in. She kind of came in. At first, she came in like Jen's friend, and and then I kind of felt bad for her, the way Jen was acting towards her, and then then we dive a little deeper, and now we're getting into her family dynamic, and to watch her have to defend her husband and stuff. I just want to know, like, did you not care for her since the day she came on? What exactly made you not care for her, or is it this? So anyway, getting back to the episode, we are at dinner with Mary and Whitney.
Jesus.
So Mary and Whitney are at dinner. It worked my nerves. It worked my nerves so bad, like so bad. I was so triggered again by Mary. I just don't understand. First of all, where is she going with all that sequence on? Why are you going to a dinner in a blizzard?
She just likes to put on clothes, is what I've come.
No, she just likes to. Yeah, she likes to make it look like she's.
And I like putting on clothes too, but
she's hiding behind that. She wants to make herself look like she's put together when she's not together. When you do this, sister, you are put together and you are together. Mary, on the outside, wants to look like she's put together, and we goddamn gonna know it. She is not put together. Her pieces are not fitting. Her puzzle pieces are all over the place. It's annoying. Like, she walks in there, everybody in there looks like basically casually, semi-casual. You in here looking like you at a banquet. You look like you about to go get an award for something. Shoulder pads. Okay. She got her sequence on at the restaurant. The fact that she came out in the blizzard is weird. Because remember earlier, she was like, yeah, Whitney, I'll come to dinner with you, but it depends on how I feel. So you felt okay to come out in a blizzard.
Put all that on just to go home. But Auntie Bernice has said she's never cared for Angie. She deserved that drink because she tried to belittle and run over Jen.
Okay, that's what I want to know, Auntie Bernice. That's what I want to know. Does it stem back all the way back to that? And I agree, she was trying to step on Jen's toes, but Jen was wrong on some levels, because when we come out and find out that Angie paid for it, and Angie was right in wanting a bigger room, and Jen was wrong because we didn't pay for. So you shouldn't have been getting a bigger room. Like Angie, kind of. I feel like Angie was in the right for how she treated Jen, because Jen is an asshole. Like,
and that's why she is where she is.
I bet you she ain't now though. I bet you the humble pie is real good where she at right now. I bet you it's good.
I feel like she's. What if she comes back like completely like just?
If she come back completely, like she better come back. Ain't no if. The prince is gonna change her. You are gonna be humble.
I'm hoping.
I know. True, but
I hope it goes that way for her sake.
Her big old age. Come on, if she do that, that'll be weird. That'll be just plain weird. So yeah, the fact that Mary came out in this blizzard is beyond me. I feel like she was just coming to get a free meal because she was invited to dinner, and we all have this debate on, even when Sheree in her birthday party, you get invited to dinner. Who's paying? So
it's not really that, but we have to also remember, y'all, Mary's still technically only a friend, so she really didn't have to.
She's an associate. She's a co-worker.
I'm confused as to why. Whatever. Keep going.
So like I said, so the fact that Mary came out in this blizzard lets me know she just come to get the free meal. Coming to get a free meal because she was invited out to dinner. When he tells Mary, we missed you at Angie's Easter dinner. Mary says, I didn't miss y'all.
As if.
Mary, I think you missed the day at school, or the day that your mom was giving out advice when they say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing. I'm going to need her to shut up. I'm going to need you to be quiet, girl. I'm going to need you to not say something. She could have just been like, oh, she didn't have to tell her that she didn't, I didn't miss y'all. Like, that was annoying. Can you guys hear me? I see my screen is frozen on my end.
You're frozen, but I can hear you.
Okay, good. Let me just see if, my whole screen is, you know what I think it be too? I'm thinking my computer be getting hot. I think it'd be my computer getting hot. But anyway, back to my notes. So we get the waitress spilling food on Mary.
I didn't actually see like how that.
I did. It was like juicy. What I don't. So what did she order? She ordered
splash.
It was wet. It was wet. It almost looked like brown wetness.
Yeah. And
because I was like, well, I know Whitney ordered the salad, so I was like, that ain't salad dressing. But whatever she ordered, did she order lobster something?
She thought, no, that was Linda.
Oh, okay. She ordered. What did she? She ordered something. Whatever she ordered. I feel like it's seafood time. Girl, as soon as that stuff.
That's me. Mm-mm. Oh no. Don't worry, y'all. She will be back. Slight little technical difficulties. But in the meantime, you guys, if you don't mind. Yes, y'all, if you have not liked the video, make sure that you hit the like button on both of our channels. We are streaming from both of our channels, Bar Meets World and California Cutie. And while you're at it, definitely check the description box, and all of our social media links and all that good stuff have been dropped into the chat as well. So make sure you guys follow us on all of our social medias. I also put out a good news only video this week, so make sure you check that out as well. And my sis should be back any moment now. Mary's being paid for doing part of the season, not the whole season. You're gonna get what you get. Pretty much that's what it was giving. But I don't know. I guess it just still is a little weird to me that you dropped in just to drop by and say that. I really did want them to get to really get into more detail with the whole situation. I guess we'll just have to wait on that one. But I'm gonna go ahead and just press on just a little bit while we wait for my sis. Waitress spills the food just prior to Mary telling Whitney basically to shoot her shot. Like, girl, why'd you invite me here? Let's get to it. What is it? And Whitney, or I should say Mary, feels as though Whitney has completely and utterly severed their friendship in Mary's eyes. Whitney feels like at the same time, though, Mary needs to own up to what she did. She needs to own up to her part in the matter. And Whitney's like, or Mary's like, what are you talking about, my part in the matter? Like, I didn't do anything. You're the one that called me and my family, my husband or whatever, a predator. Okay, it's okay. I'll just hit on this and then you can give your take on it when you come back up, sis. But yeah, Mary's like, girl, like, how do you figure I played a part in it? I didn't play a part in it whatsoever last time I checked. And Whitney's like, you sent me mean text messages and it hurt my feelings. Exhibit A. I also know I look younger than you. I don't need all the fake injections in my face to make my face look like whatever. Like, this is a text message. This is one of many string of text messages that Miss Mary Cosby sent to Whitney. So Whitney, she wants an apology for those things. But if we know anything about Mary Cosby is not one to just apologize for things like that. And she doesn't. Instead, she says basically she's over it and she's out. And that's honestly all we got from the conversation, y'all. If I'm not mistaken, Mary hits her with a grow up, little girl, and she says that she's done. Watch me leave. And she's out. It was so odd. Like, it brought me back to the Watch What Happens Live, y'all. It brought me back to that whole awkwardness that we saw out there. This scene basically was given the same thing. This scene was basically like, why are we even doing this? Because clearly I almost said Meredith. Mary does not care even in the slightest bit to make amends with Whitney. As we said in the first scene of this episode, Whitney is on this self-healing journey. She's the one that needs the closure. She's the one that can't live with herself, apparently. She's the one that is up at night thinking about the matter. Mary could care less. And she let us know that in this scene. Again, why she agreed to come, I don't really know, because we honestly could have kept this scene because we didn't learn anything new. But it was funny nonetheless. Mary is not being paid as a full-time wife, so you're going to get what you get. Going off and calling you a bobblehead and talking about the way you dress is no comparison to calling me a predator. And it's not, y'all. Those two things are not synonymous if you ask me, because yeah, you saying that I can't dress or comparing this, that, and the other thing, that's giving, sticks and stones may break my bones. But you calling me a predator, that word, at least to my knowledge, carries a lot more weight and could really defame somebody way more than you saying that, oh, I can't dress. Like, okay, you don't like my dress, that's fine, moving on. But you call me a predator, that may stick, and that could get into the wrong person's ears, and that could really bring discredit upon my name. So I don't really feel like in this case Mary was putting 1,000 on 10. But I do think that she could have just not met up with her if that was the case. Because once I write somebody off and out my life, like I don't even really need to hear you out, because there's no coming back from that. But whatever. Yeah, I think that they're just better off not trying to mend things. I don't really think that there was much to mend anyway. So y'all, after that, it is finally the day that Jack is going to receive his mission call, which means he's going to find out where he's going. We're so excited to oh, my sister's back.
Sorry, I just gonna come through on my phone because my computer is doing something, girl. My cursor is in a rainbow form on it with a little circle.
Did it restart or it just dropped off?
It's still on my screen right here. With me and you frozen. I'm looking. That's why my green. Y'all see, I'm got my green screen. Yeah, it's literally like, I'm gonna show you because it looks so crazy. Watch.
It's okay.
That's what it's looking like for my end. I don't know what's going on with my computer, but I was like, I was listening to you and I said, oh shoot, I can go live from my phone. It's all good.
That works.
Yeah.
We have 2 more scenes left, so
exactly.
But what did you think about their meeting, Whitney and Mary, like overall? Did you think it was
like it was a waste of time? It was a waste of time. I feel like, what are we doing, Mary? You could have, Whitney, you actually could have did this. You could have did this on a phone call, so she could just hang up on you. You know what I mean? Like, why you treat what it was
already made up in your mind. I just don't see why you needed to even hear her out. Then, if something's made up in my mind, I just don't change my mind. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, like I said earlier, for me, I just feel like, girl, trust what Mary is showing you.
Mm-hmm.
Trust exactly the thing that she didn't showed you, and you must now understand that, right? So now I want to see what the healing process is going to be, because it didn't make you any better. She still feel the same way. It's there's nothing any different. You know what I mean? So I'm like, girl, that was a waste of time. And Mary, I just feel like you went with the intention of not wanting to. If your problem and your issue was, girl, I'm never going to forgive you for what you said about my husband and me being a predator and my husband being a predator, then why wouldn't you just say that? Why do I need to take you to dinner and you tell me? Why you couldn't just say that from jump, Mary? Because I understand we're filming a show, but at the same time, just let her know, like, girl, I'm never going to forgive you for what you said about my family. Never. And yeah, I was wrong and I don't care. Like keep it 100. That's all. And I don't feel like Mary is keeping it 100. I feel like she, is looking for a moment. And Mary, you don't need no moment. You really don't. We got it. We get it with you. So yeah, I didn't really appreciate Mary in this moment. I feel like she didn't have to do that. And the disrespect she kept giving Whitney, and Whitney just keeps taking it. She just keeps taking it. Little girl, who you talking to?
Yeah,
big girl with in a little woman's body. Like, who you talking to? Don't talk to me like that. You gotta you need to put your foot down, Whitney. You don't let nobody just talk to you any kind of way like that. And that's what you should have told her. And it was so sad to me, because Mary kept saying, Whitney kept saying, but Mary. So Mary, I mean, never raised her voice or nothing. I feel like Whitney was, Mary just kept, yeah. I got you. I'm going to keep talking to you the way I want to. I'm going to keep disrespecting you. No, you're not. Girl, you're dismissed. Go ahead and go. Go ahead and go. You didn't even need to waste my time. And that's why I
Yeah.
was laughing when he finished. I'm going to finish eating my food.
That's how it was translating, because what other reason, if you had already made it up in your head, then it's like, why else would you have came to sit down, unless you were trying to make a moment, or it's giving like you want to not like I don't want to use the word exploit, but it's giving like, you want to make a moment then out of this. You want to basically keep trying to, it's giving you're going to want to try to be playing the victim at this point, because you've already addressed it. Like, what are you going to, like, what else do you have to say to her? Like, you're going to be like, woe is me every time you get a chance and say, oh my God, she called me a predator. Like,
I don't like it. I don't like that Whitney, like I said, Whitney she didn't look weak. I just wish she would have just, I don't know. I guess she just said, you know what? She wasn't going to stoop as low as her and let Mary just look crazy in this moment. Because that's what would look crazy to me. Mary just looked weird. I just like, dang, Mary, you like I said, you just wasted everybody's time. You could have told her that over the phone. Like, girl, I really am still mad and going to be mad under my sink pupper. I'm going to be mad. I can't forgive you. It's not in my heart to forgive. And that's really weird when you are a pastor at a church. Like,
I mean, according to her, though, she hasn't lost any church members since any of this. She's been going strong. So,
and all the more reason why you should forgive somebody. How you preaching something and you don't have no forgiveness, and not only do you not forgive her, but you gonna keep talking mess to her, like somebody gonna slap her. It might be me, girl. When Whitney, as small frame and sweet as she is, I don't think you would even put your hands on her. I don't even think you got it in you. You just like to talk and make your eyes big and try to be intimidating. You girl.
Yeah, Janet, this is definitely what it's translating as. Mary is going to get them all for the way they treated her when the show started. Yeah, I think so, but like that doesn't really make for that good of scenes every single time if that's all it's going to be. Like,
I don't have any comments.
I'm not diminishing her feelings at all. I would totally not see it for them, but it's like, if you come on to do a show, though, you're gonna have to do a show. Like, you're gonna have to give more than just saying screw you, screw you, screw you, screw you every chance you get. It's just like, okay, can we see something else though?
Oh, wait a minute. I might be moving myself. I can't see the chat. So I'm gonna put myself over here by my TV so I can see the
y'all overlooking Whitney called her to apologize, but in order for Mary to get her apology, she had to apologize to Whitney first. What world is Whitney living in?
Good comment. Yeah, I don't know. Like Whitney is so gullible. Remember, she is the youngest one.
Yeah, she needs to understand what she did. She does, but I don't think she is. So again, this conversation doesn't need to occur until Whitney can see the role she played in it, of course, and Mary, until she sees that, then she doesn't need to agree to sit down with her then, and because it's not going to be scene worthy. So a couple things need to happen before we try this again. This was a failure to launch situation, if you ask me. It didn't go off right at all. But I guess they got some good meals out of it. So
I guess even grab her. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Wrap this up for me. Like, everything about Mary is just weird to me. She's so weird. Oh God.
That's how she does it.
Like,
oh my God.
She just, everything about her just reminds me of somebody that think they better than, and everybody's underneath her and stuff like that. I'm like, girl, I need you to get it together. Seriously, I'm gonna need you to bring it down a notch, Mary. I'm gonna need you to bring it down. Sorry, yeah. trying to get where I can see the comments in my room because I'm looking at us on the TV.
Mhm.
So I can see the comments and all that good stuff at the same time. All right. So yeah, girls. Yeah, I don't know.
Today, well,
Mary needs to grow up, y'all.
I'm sorry, but yeah, kind of. But nonetheless, then we roll over to back at Lisa's house. Today's the day. Jack's going to receive his mission call finally, where he's going to figure out where he's going to be his new home for the next 2 years.
Yes.
Lisa's there being a supportive mom, although she has zero control. And we know that Lisa loves to be in control of all things at the same time, no matter what. But this is something that is just beyond her control. So she just have to live with it. There are so many, like when I tell you, look at all these kids. Like, look at all these kids. And I don't know.
That boy is loved.
Yeah,
that boy is loved, boy.
That's definitely a lot of friends and classmates, and I know there's probably some family there too. Who knows? But they all crowd around him as he reads his letter, and we find out he is going to Bogota, Colombia. We love
Bogota.
to see. Yeah, I'm so excited for him because that I could just I could just eat so much food there. I'll be so happy. But yeah, they embraced. Everyone is clapping. It was just a good moment overall. We really didn't get anything else from that. Yeah, we just found out where he's going finally.
The fact that he had people on Skype too, or on FaceTime or whatever, more family members, that was beautiful. The fact that your girl Lisa asked, "Hey, who all knew before me?"
And everybody was like,
that he was going to go on his mission.
I meant
everybody
to
in the whole
get
room,
that picture because like a lot of them raised their hands, y'all.
the whole room raised their hand except for John, who was lying because you knew too, bruh. Look, you knew too, bruh. So that was funny to me. I was like, oh no, Lisa, I need you to get off of it. You just can't let it go that your son did not tell you, and that was funny to me. The fact that she was like, "Oh, I thought he was gonna go to Europe or New York." Like, girl, you wanted to be where you can come visit and go shopping. Like, Lisa is just so about herself. Like everything, she's so self-absorbed.
I mean, I can't be in certain cases though with her. I can't be mad at it though because it's like I'd rather be around that sometimes than the person that always finds something wrong with everything. Like she always turns the situation into somehow it can, be of service to her, or she tries to find the good, I guess, in a selfish way. I'd rather be around that than people, the person that's always just like, no, oh, that sounds terrible. Oh, that's bad. I hate that. Like no one wants to be around that.
Yeah, too much negativity. I don't play with that. I don't like negativity.
I would be so happy if I was him. I have a lot of close Colombian friends, so I would be, oh my God, I would be Sancocho. I would be so happy.
But let's go back to the fact that when she did bring up Colombia, how she said one of her friend's sons is missioned there as well, and that he gets robbed or held up at gunpoint.
Yeah.
On a weekly basis? Like I said, what? I said, whoa, wait a minute. Like that made me nervous. And she said, what she said, the guy ends up giving them money to get them to not get, so that it won't be banged up or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
give it to you. So can we just take out all that? I'm just give it to you because
I agree, Auntie Bernice. I think he's gonna come back home too. And I was wondering, did he dye his hair to kind of fit in? I don't know. Like I don't know where he's going with the Duran. That's what it reminded me of Duran with the hair.
I don't know either. We haven't heard anything though. So I'm hoping that means that everything is going well. From definitely a safety standpoint, I would never have any ill will on anybody. So I hope it's going good. We'll learn more on the reunion, I guess. she likes to make everything about her. She does. She's kind of tone deaf when it comes to that. We still gotta work on that, Lisa. But everybody looked happy. So now, y'all, we're gonna get into the final scene, which is we catch up with Monica, right? We catch up with Monica. And then we catch up with her and this woman. This woman who was literally
this woman.
This was literally the face. This is literally what happened from the get-go. Monica sat down, unfazed whatsoever, only before her mother starts crying, and we already can kind of tell where the conversations was going to go from there. She immediately starts crying, and Monica is like, can I get a water and some, can I get this? Yeah, thank you, waiter. Okay. She doesn't care at all, which tells us, right, that this is a usual occurrence, that she knows her mom's antics and what she's going to try to do and how she's probably going to try to play victim. And Monica's not here for it. Linda lets us know that she watched a movie about an older lady in Croatia, and her and the daughter had issues, and then the mom passed away and they still hadn't resolved their issues, and she doesn't want that for them. Okay. So and then Monica's like, when I was crying over at the party and all that, you didn't give an F. You picked everyone over me. You were apologizing to people you just met about how, and then now you expect me to feel bad for you? Like, what? How did we get here? And I don't remember who. Oh, I think it was Linda that says I'm not going to let you talk to me like some weak A bitch. I'm pretty sure she said that.
She did.
She's already coming. She's already coming with it, y'all. But then they're like awkwardly interrupted by the waiter who takes their order. This is when she ordered, I think she ordered like lobster enchiladas or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what she ordered.
She quickly throws that off, and she straightens up and she's, oh yeah, can I get the lobster enchiladas? Only before then going and cry. And this scene, if you guys have ever seen Mean Girls, then you'll know this scene actually reminded me of a scene in Mean Girls when Regina is in the principal's office and he's like reading the burn book, and he's like stumbling across the words, and she's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and then she goes back and she starts crying again. Like that's that's what it was giving. Like, so you can straighten up and be all cool 1 minute, but then you want to turn on the waterworks in the next scene. Like, come on, girl, goodbye. Mm-hmm. So, and not only that, then she starts asking Monica for aspirin. She's like, do you have aspirin in your purse? Okay, no. Like, what are you doing? Come on. And Monica's
all over the place.
Monica's like, no. Linda then brings up Palm Springs and how, how Monica was there trying to be like the peacemaker or whatever she was doing. We don't got to bring up that, but whatever that role is that Monica was trying to play in Palm Springs, Linda says that that's kind of what she was trying to do at the Greek Easter somehow. And Monica's like, I just can't comprehend apologizing to someone that you've never met before for your child. Like, it's incomprehensible to Monica. Mm-hmm. So the MFer word gets hurled around a bunch, which was introduced originally by Linda during the conversation. And then the food is delivered and everything, and she's all, oh, look at this pretty dessert, which was actually an appetizer. The woman's delusional.
I'm starting to think she might be on prescription drugs, y'all.
She might be, or she needs to be, maybe. We're again, y'all. This is just our take on it. Everything is alleged, but at the same time, we're confused. And Monica is like, or I don't. someone says we both have to be able to be vulnerable with one another and find out where this started. I think that was Linda. And Monica's like, oh yeah, where it started, yeah, my childhood, like day one on this earth, pretty much. People are also watching by this time too, because it's
they're loud. They're loud.
They're loud AF. People are watching. People are seeing this go down. And then Linda goes into this whole justification of, well, yeah, you know, I had to start my new job. I wasn't prepared for New York. Like, basically how it wasn't at fault for any of it because life was coming at her too. Digs for more aspirin too, by the way, y'all. She's simultaneously digging for the aspirin. Then the word trauma comes up and gets thrown around. And apparently Linda is completely unaware that she has her own untapped trauma. So much so that Monica has to fill her in. The way your mother hated you, the way she disliked you, the way that your dad abandoned you.
The fact that your mama didn't want a girl is where's the start at. That's where it started. Her mom didn't want a daughter. Like, what?
So again, y'all, we're peeling back the layers here. We're seeing the generations at this point of where this all is derived from. Monica comes from a long line of mommy-daughter issues. And we find that out in this scene in her confessional. There's a long line of resentment. And Linda then addresses Monica by, I guess that's her maiden name, Monica Darnell. And Monica's like, girl, you haven't called me that since I was a kid, which just only further illustrates the fact that you see me as a child still. And that's where the problem, that's another problem. Like, come on now. Monica at this point is like, you know, I'm completely effed up. And I have to somehow stop this cycle with my children. But again, we can't get nowhere because you can't even see that you stuck me in the back trunk of your car while you made out with your boy toys. And Linda's all like, girl, that only happened once. What's that got to do with it?
That's one too many times, girl. That's one too many times.
Like, hello, like you're the mom. What? Like, why? What? Oh my goodness. And Linda's whole thing is, well, girl, you know, you're just gonna have to get over it. Like, when do I get forgiven? When you take
accountability, little lady, as soon as you say, I was wrong, I shoulda, I coulda, I'm wrong, I didn't have the right tool. Like, you gotta lead with I'm wrong. Like, you gotta lead with that, and then we might can go somewhere. If you don't lead with I was wrong, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. If you don't lead with I, and you lead with you, there's a problem. There's the problem.
This is the face of a person that can't take accountability, that is a narcissist, that doesn't see any of her own faults. This is that face, y'all, right here. Yep. And this is the face of somebody who's over it and doesn't have the time of day for it. Check, please.
Monica just don't. I don't know if I was in Monica's shoes, how she can deal with her mom. I really, it behooves me, because I'm like, that's your mom. You never want nobody to disrespect their mom. But when the mom is disrespectful towards the daughter, and the daughter has to pretty much defend herself by using the same disrespect, it's a recipe for disaster. It is definitely a recipe for disaster. I hate it. I hate to see this going on with them too. I hate to see a mother and daughter go through anything like this. And it's really doesn't make any sense to me when everybody on the outside looking in is like, Linda, listen, Linda. And she's the only one like, la, 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 la. Like, what? Huh? Wait, what? What part don't you understand? What part don't you get? What part of it When are you gonna just bow down and say, you know what? Ain't she religious? Are you ever gonna get on your knees and ask God to help you to get through
Depending on
this?
what she is. Apparently, she talks about she wasn't prepared for New York. It doesn't seem like she was prepared for life, like in any facet.
Period.
Like she's just doesn't know what she wants to do.
And the fact that she don't realize that her mom didn't drop the ball with her.
Linda was given her get out of jail card, but she is so much in her victimhood she can't use it. Yes.
And that's terrible. Like she doesn't like Auntie Bernice, when she said, I'm over it. Like her daughter is sitting here telling her, Mom, you are, if anything, you guys should be trauma bonding because you guys are almost living the same life. But Linda's head is so far up her own behind that she can't even fathom the fact that I was victimized. My mom didn't love me. My mom, she doesn't even get it. It's like it's over her head. It's over her head, and her daughter. I feel bad for Monica because it's like she keeps putting it in her face. She keeps throwing it right in her face and showing you, Mom, look, your mom didn't care for you. Your mom didn't even want a daughter. Then she never gave you praises for nothing you did. Then you turned around and had a kid, and that made her even more mad. It's like your daughter is giving you an out, and you still ain't taking it. You ain't even taking it.
She's too busy being Lynn Whitfield.
Say it again.
She's too busy being Lynn Whitfield, apparently. Like from Medea's family reunion, she just all types of like.
Very delusional.
She's a mess. She's a mess. Monica is loud. Monica's so loud she is because she's fed up. Apparently, she can't even work on her own personal stuff because she just has layers upon layers of. She can't even work out this stuff. I feel like she would be better equipped to deal with the situation she's in now if she didn't have all this past stuff just hindering her. And that's not me trying to like label her as like some the poster child for being a victim or anything like that, but I just feel like she was so not given a fair upbringing whatsoever, clearly, because look at her, like she was doomed from day one because look at who was,
yeah, it's a setup for failure is what the word you're looking, the phrase you're looking for. A setup for failure. Like, yeah. And it's terrible. It literally is terrible. I wonder if the grandmother's still alive. I wonder
isn't that the grandmother from the first ones?
Which gotta be. It gotta be. Yeah, so you're telling me that's that grandma? Didn't even put the two together.
I hope you guys also realize too, because I feel like some people were like, wait, like when Monica was younger, she must have got shipped. Like when Linda was out there doing whatever she was doing, it was getting thrown around that Monica may have been taken to the grandmother's house, or whatever. Clearly not. And I knew that I just knew that. I knew that she didn't take her over there. And now we see even more of that dynamic too. She was definitely not with the grandmother. She was with these random people. And Monica and her don't even have that great of a relationship. So.
Well, we know why she wasn't with the grandmother, because the mom and the grandmother didn't
even see it for each other. So yeah, it's just all types of crazy.
I didn't realize we know the grandmother. Oh my God, Barb.
Yeah, but she's just like old and whatever. So I don't know if you're gonna get her in therapy, but at least y'all figure out y'all stuff, I guess.
They all need therapy. The grandmother included. Because she talked mess. The way she was talking, she's something else. I forgot it. I hadn't used.
Yep.
That's terrible. They're all thinking about the dynamic.
They're all living right neck to neck to each other, and you wonder why it's not working out.
You're right. They all live within blocks of each other.
Yeah,
girl, that's a mess.
I don't know. I am assuming I wonder if the grandmother lives with Linda. I guess so, maybe. Because that was just like a recreational senior
Yeah, when
citizen.
they went to the senior
That
citizen, that
wasn't
was for
like
them to go.
yeah.
Don't live there. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Do they live together? Oh goodness.
Girl, that's a lot of dysfunction going on. That's all I can say about that situation. But at least we all can agree, including the mom, Linda, that she don't have the tools. She recognized she don't have the tools, and finally she says, "We need counseling."
But she can say that. That's easy to say,
Mm-hmm.
but she might be saying that from the angle of thinking that she about to go in there and play victim, and she's not the issue.
That
She has
that
to be
was
receptive to receiving the therapy.
yeah.
We'll see.
Well, you don't know how to do therapy until you get in therapy. So, go. Well, you can
Yeah,
think
but
what
you
you
have to
want to
be
think before
willing
you get
to
in
go.
there.
You got to be willing to work. Anyone can say, "Hey, yeah, I want to go to therapy," but if you're not going to actually take the tools that they're going to teach you and actually want to make that change, because it's easy to say I want to make a change when you don't know what the change is, but when you have to actually look in the mirror and see your own faults, that's hard for some people. And she might be like, "Oh no, it's too much. I'm out."
I see
But
that
I hope
happening too.
that's the best for them. I hope it don't turn out like that. I hope it gets better. But Linda, she's a piece of work.
She really is. The fact that she called her an MFer and she was like, she said, "Did you call me an effer?" She said, "No, I said you are MFer." I said,
Yep. I think that was
"Whoa,
this right here. Yep. Mm-hmm.
whoa." You called her the B word. You
She
called her
was
the
eating her food. She was like, I could care less
girl.
about my daughter's feelings. She didn't see nothing about wrong with her taking the car. Like, she's just
Yeah,
doing whatever she wants, painting the
there's
town.
there is so much.
But
And we're only what, like probably halfway through the season?
yes, it was episode 8, so we still got a
We
few.
probably got about 15. Probably
Yeah,
like, yeah, we
because
probably
didn't they give us a midway trailer or something last week? I think, didn't they? Or the week before? Maybe not.
I don't know.
We gotta
I
we
don't
gotta be
know.
near at least halfway. We still got this whole whatever birthdays and trips. We still have the whole trip, so we're gonna get into it, y'all. We're not gonna unfortunately be here next week. I will be traveling next Wednesday, but we will be doubling up the week after that. So expect a very lengthy show that week. And also Sunday is a huge Bravo day. I'm actually really excited for Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
I really am. If y'all haven't watched our cousin Ranting with Ricardo, she actually dove into the Potomac, the looks, the taglines. I think we talked even a little Married to Medicine. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff yesterday, or was that 2 days ago? Go to her channel, y'all. It got me super excited for this upcoming Sunday. It's going down. I will be live tweeting, so make sure you guys follow all the social medias. They've been linked. They've been dropped in the chat. Make sure you hit us up on there. Yeah, it's gonna be good. A good Bravo weekend.
Yep, I can't wait. BravoCon, and then, like you said, Married to Medicine and Housewives of Potomac. We are ready for the blossoming of the Japanese blossoms. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We love us from Potomac. We love it. And I love Married to Medicine. Like, I think those are like my favorite two, along with Atlanta, because Atlanta just was one of the first ones. But when Married to Medicine came out, I was like, oh, this is really good. When Potomac came out, I was like, oh, this is really good. So yeah, I'm excited. We got some good TV coming, y'all. We got good TV coming.
This is my first season of watching like Married to Medicine, like while it airs. I just got up on Married to Medicine during this.
Wow.
So I'm so excited to actually be able to talk about it while it's actually on.
Yes.
So be expecting reviews and all that goodness from that stuff, y'all. And again, have hit the like button on both of our channels. Make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels. Check the description box, as I said before. Yeah, I think that's really it. You guys enjoyed.
Yeah, we enjoyed, y'all. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for interacting with us. Playback game. Drop us a comment in our comment section on Bar's channel or my channel, whichever one, in both if you want to, because that actually helps us get in the algorithms even more so. So yeah, please, please, please leave us a comment. If you know anybody that watches Salt Lake City and would enjoy our review, share it with your folks. Share it with your folks.
Please, please, and thank you.
Please and thank you. Yes, please and thank you.
I think, yeah, Auntie Bernice is just as excited as we are. So
yes,
keep the conversations coming, y'all. Keep the conversations coming. We will be back, like I said, with our panel in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And catch us over on the rest of our social medias and in the comments. And we will see you guys then. Bye.